When you said that you got the sense that they wanted to spare some people, hindi talaga siya tell all, I heard that they were being asked about Senator Bongo's involvement as well as his connections to CLTG builders. Is that true?
Yes, that is what part of the discussion that happened also. Kasi nga, when you look at their track record, they started becoming big in 2016-17 after the joint venture with CLTG. At least that's what I remember. Sa pag-aaral ko, sa cursory reading ko ng notes about them before I talk to them.
Kaya pala nag-walk out. Tinanong na sila tungkol sa connection nila sa CLTG at ayaw nilang magsalita. Kaya pala ayaw na nilang tell all kasi dahil kay Senator Bongo. Mukhang sumakses mga babayan ang plano ni Rodante Marcoleta. Although syempre hindi naman siya nami-mention sa mga balita, pero hindi mo maitatanggi yung kanyang fingerprints dito sa sa ganap na to, no? Dahil hindi mo maitatanggi yung history kung bakit nagkaroon ng ganitong mindset ang mga Diskaya. Diskaya couple decides to withdraw cooperation with ICI. Ayan, hindi na raw sila magko-cooperate sa investigation, guys. Therefore, making them not just a witness but also suspects. Mukhang ito na yung sign of guilt na hinahanap natin mula sa mga Diskaya. The spouses Diskaya appeared before the commission and upon the advice of their counsel, they invoked their rights to self-incrimination and manifested that they will no longer cooperate with the investigation being conducted by the ICI. Hosaka explained that the Diskaya spouses initially cooperated because they believed it would lead to a favorable recommendation for their inclusion in the Witness Protection Program as state witnesses. Ayun! Kaya sila nag-participate kasi sila ay under the belief, they are under the assumption, sila ay naniniwala na kapag daw sila ay nag-participate, ay pagbibigyan daw sila ng witness protection at gagawin silang state witness. Ang problema mga kababayan, number one, we're not even sure if they are eligible to become the state witness. Ang nakakabwisit dito mga kababayan, sila na nga yung nakitaan ng ebidensya ng korupsyon, nag-participate sila. They are not just accomplices, they are principals to the corruption na nangyari dito. Tapos kayo pa ang magde-demand? Kayo ang magsasabi sa amin kung paano namin kayo tatratuhin? That's a load of crap.
Kasi ang state witness law kasi never anticipated this massive amount of crimes committed by one person or by a group of persons so that they can be, kasi ang ina-anticipate ng ating state witness as in the rules for it, isang tao kasama sa krimen at siya magsasabi, kung di siya magsasabi, hindi matutuloy ang kaso, hindi kayang patunayan. Eh dito kasi, hindi lang isang krimen to, libo-libong krimen ang pinag-uusapan, yung may tao dito, sangkot sa may 100 krimen, eh paano pwede ba kami magbigay ng blanket immunity? Iyon lang ang pinag-uusapan namin sa DOJ noong panahon na yun. Kaya hindi talaga, sinabihan din talaga sila that they may have to suffer jail time kahit na paano kasi yun talaga ang hirap ng kasong ginawa nila at ang dami nilang participation sa iba't ibang pangyayari dito sa mga krimen na iniimbestigahan.
There was no promise made to them that they could become state witness if they cooperated, basically.
No, they were under evaluation. It was clear to them that they were under evaluation. In fact, nag-walk out sila. Nung sinabihan nga sila that they may suffer jail time. They stopped operating already last week. Yun ang pagkakaalam ko. Tapos the next meeting, I was told that ito lang, the last few days, that this guy has called in sick. So, obviously, parang ayaw na nila talaga. Ayaw na nila. Talagang they were not in a tell-all mood. Yun ang isang problema na nakita ko. They wanted to spare a lot of people and just choose what they wanted to say. Kaya medyo nagka-doubt talaga ako dyan. Kaya sinasabi ko talaga, evaluation muna. Hindi naman pwedeng papangakuha mo na maging state witness ang tao. Wala ho yan sa position ng DOJ Secretary. No, not even the Ombudsman. The Ombudsman can give immunity. Pero, siyempre, within reasonable bounds. Hindi naman pwedeng isasalba mo yung tao kahit sobrang dami na kasalanan na hindi naman nanagot. Hindi ko pwede yun.
When you said that you got the sense that they wanted to spare some people, hindi talaga siya tell all, I heard that they were being asked about Senator Bongo's involvement as well as his connections to CLTG builders. Is that true?
Yes, that is what part of the discussion that happened also. Kasi nga, when you look at their track record, they started becoming big in 2016-17 after the joint venture with CLTG. At least that's what I remember. Sa pag-aaral ko, sa cursory reading ko ng notes about them before I talk with them.
Kaya pala nag-walk out. Tinanong na sila tungkol sa connection nila sa CLTG at ayaw nilang magsalita. Kaya pala ayaw na nilang tell all kasi dahil kay Senator Bongo. Which now, mga kababayan, ako, it gives me the impression lang naman, hindi naman to judgment. Binibigyan ako ng impresyon na mukhang kailangan nyo talagang imbestigahan si Bongo. Alam nyo, ang problema kasi dyan, gusto nila protektahan si Bongo, pero paano sila? Kasi tulad na, si Bongo, sitting pretty lang sa bahay niya kung nasaan man siya nakatira. Tapos ikaw, sentro ka ng corruption issue. Dito sa pag-withdraw ng mga diskaya, nakikita natin yung fingerprints of a certain Bongo. Dahil lang, ayaw sagutin yung tanong tungkol sa kanya. That's one fingerprint. Ito yung second fingerprint, mga kababayan. Yung anggulo na sila ay umaasang magiging state witness. Nung hearing po kasi sa Senado, ang mag-asawang Diskaya ay naglabas ng isang affidavit. Sa sworn affidavit po na ito, mga kababayan, sinabi ng mga Diskaya na involved daw si former Speaker Martin Romualdez sa floodgates. Involved daw siya doon sa korupsyon ng flood control programs. Ngayon, mga kababayan, marami hong nagkaroon ng question mark dito. Bakit? Dahil immediately after, si Senator Marcoleta, ay ipinilit niya na magkaroon ng witness protection ang mag-asawa. Hindi lang yon, mga kababayan. Gusto niya maging state witness. Pinipilit niya talaga na state witness. Ngayon, nung nagkaroon ng palitan ng Blue Ribbon Committee Chairman, ang nangyari, etong si Marcoleta gumawa ng isang midnight action o midnight act. Without their concurrence, nagsumite siya kay Senator Tito Soto ng isang request na ipasok sa Witness Protection Program etong si mag-asawang Diskaya. As in, gigil na gigil talaga siya doon sa witness protection. Sobrang gigil na gigil siya to the point na inaway niya si Senator Ping Lacson in the middle of a session. Sa gitna mismo ng committee hearing. Si Lacson pala, tinanong ngayon si Marcoleta, "Why are you so protective of the Diskayas?" Ayan na. Na-trigger ang Marcoleta. Sabi, "Buti sinagot mo yan. Sasagutin ko yan sa plenary." Hindi na umabot ng plenary, guys. Yung press na ang naglaglag sa kanya. Ang sabi ng press, Marcoleta's wife sits on boards of insurers, stronghold, milestone guarantee, favored by Diskaya contractors in flood control scam. Ayan. The answer is this: the wife is part of my business. The wife is connected to the Diskayas. Oh my God. Yun pala. May conflict of interest pala. Ngayon, mga kababayan, kapag nga naman nabigyan ng witness protection ito, o di wala na silang kasalanan. Pag wala na silang kasalanan, nagawa na ni Marcoleta yung kanyang parte. Pwede na silang magsettle nila Diskaya. O dahil nasagip kita ha, o mo nalalaglag yung asawa ko. Safe ka na. Safe na daw yung asawa niya kung makukuha ang witness protection. Kaya pala gigil na gigil.